Hello, my name is Gabriele and I'm making this video for Winspiration. So I am a certified teacher for a program called Search Inside Yourself, and I'm fully convinced that everything we are searching for lies within ourselves and not outside. I'm also very confident that we already have everything inside what we need to be happy and successful. So it is just a question of how to get there and how to free this great potential. So today I will introduce the first and most important component of Search Inside Yourself and tell you why it is essential for self-development and for self-empowerment. And of course, I tell you how to get there. So it is about self-awareness. So Daniel Goleman, the author of the bestseller Emotional Intelligence, he defines self-awareness as knowing one's internal states, preferences, resources, and intuitions. And this is much more than a moment-to-moment insight of emotional experience. It is about understanding your own strength and weaknesses and being able to access our own inner wisdom. But before we understand, we need to be aware of what's going on in the moment and to listen to our thoughts, our emotions, and to our body. And this is not as easy as you might think. So a Harvard study revealed that we spend about 50% of our time mind wandering. And that means we are either in the past or in the future. So we are ruminating, fantasizing, and worrying. Sometimes it is necessary to let your mind wander, since this is part of a very creative process. And of course, it's necessary to look into the past and into the future when we want to reflect about something and when we make plans. But 50% of our time? Really? So when we look a bit closer to what is happening when we let our mind wander, then we will notice that there's a lot of stuff coming up that we already know. Thoughts and feelings that we already had yesterday and the day before, and that we probably will have tomorrow and the day after. So if we don't take care of our thinking, we go over it again and again and again, and we write our own stories again and again. So 90% of our thoughts are old stuff, and only once in a while there is something really new coming up, like a new idea or an insight or an answer for something that we were looking for. And with our thoughts are always coming our emotions, and these have always an impact on our mood, on our behavior and our decision making. And there's one wonderful quote from Tony Robbins. It's in your moments of decision that your destiny is shaped. So how often do we let our emotions drive our decisions? Emotions always influence our decision, and it happens most of the time unconsciously and unreflected, and that's a problem. So our destiny is often the product of old thinking, old belief systems and patterns. And only if we are aware of our thoughts and emotions, we can question them and ask, is this still valid? Is it true? Is it helpful? So self-awareness starts with knowing what's happening in the present moment. What is happening in our autopilot? So we need to start with awareness. And that sounds easy, but it isn't. It is simple, but not easy. So you will notice that it is easy to get there, but hard to stay there. So our world is full of distraction. And our attention span has been decreasing more and more within the last years. And we need practice to regain the power of our attention. So everybody can do it in any moment and everywhere. So let's give it a try right now, right here. So often when we, for example, arrive to a meeting or a conversation, our bodies are in one place, but our minds are somewhere else. So find a way to sit where you can be relaxed and alert at the same time. So you might experiment by not leaning back on the chair, but really sitting upright, perhaps arching your back slightly. You can notice your hands on your legs, notice your feet. And let's begin by bringing attention to the breath. Let's all take a few deep breaths. Sometimes we constrict our breathing without being aware of it. And you might explore relaxing your shoulders with each out-breath. And maybe to open your chest with each in-breath. And then simply stopping. Notice your thoughts, your body, your feelings. What is it like to be here, to be alive right now? Just see if you can be curious, open, interested. Perhaps as though you are noticing your breath for the very first time. You can keep your eyes closed, just to listen deep. What's going on inside? How do you know that you are breathing? Can you notice the moment the in-breath begins? How it continues? And the moment it ends? Can you notice the moment the out-breath begins? How it continues, and the moment it ends, and when the in-breath begins again. With your attention, can you follow one complete cycle of breath? And if your mind wanders, gently bring back your attention. And then you can take a deep breath and open your eyes again and bring your attention back here into the room where you are sitting. Did you notice any thoughts, sensations in the body? Any feelings, emotions? Have you been curious and open, or maybe bored? Did you notice distractions? So you probably noticed that difference between simple and easy. And the question is, how could we be more focused and more aware? How could we spend more time in the present moment? And the answer is by doing exactly what we did right now. with attention training. So, and we train our attention by a practice called mindfulness meditation. And you already did it. This was mindfulness meditation. First, you focused your attention on your breath. Then you noticed what came up. So distractions from the outside and inside, such as sounds, thoughts, feelings. And you saw them coming and going. And this is attention, paying attention. And then you might have noticed this phenomenon, mind wandering. So your attention has wandered. It has wandered away with a thought or a feeling, whatever it was. And all in a sudden you've been into a story. And this is normal. This is what our mind really works like. And when you noticed that your mind has wandered with a thought, a sensation, or a sound, you were able to focus your attention back to your breath. And that's it. And that is what we do when we practice mindfulness meditation again and again and again. And with this formal practice, we train to become more aware of this mind wandering when it happens. And we will get better and better in going back with our attention to the thing that we want to focus on. And this could be our work, this could be the person we are talking to, or whatever it is. So, and this is just the first step to self-awareness. And there are many more exercises to come, like journaling, which is a powerful reflection tool about the things that always come up, like these autopilot reactions to triggers, or to find out about our beliefs and patterns, and also to the things that brings us alive and keeps us going. Journaling can help us to come closer to our true, authentic self. But first, learn to listen to yourself. So enjoy your awareness and remember that you can do it everywhere and anytime. And I thank you very, very much for listening. So happy Winspiration Day.